Are you really the man that you want to be in this life? Because I know for sure that I am not. But here's the difference between me and you. Because although we are very similar, and there's not a whole lot of a difference, every single day when I wake up, I am working with intention so that I can become that person that I want to be. And just by me working on becoming that person that I know that I need to be, it allows me to connect with that person and to actually become that person. Every single day when I wake up and I do the things that the person that I want to be does, I get closer and closer to actually becoming that person. And I actually become that person because I am doing the things that that person does. But if you want to be somebody, if you want to accomplish a goal, if you want to get your dream physique, you have to do the things that that person does in order to actually get that physique, in order to actually be that person, to accomplish that goal. If the things that you were doing right now were the things that will actually get you to where you want to be, you would already have them in your life. And there are things that I need to do that I am not doing right now. But I am learning and I am constantly progressing. And as time goes on, I will learn the things I need to do in order to become that person that I truly need to become. But if the person that you want to be, if the things that you wanted, if your goal life was a product of how you are acting right now, you would already have it. Because I want you to ask yourself, what are the things that you're doing right now? It's probably not training intensely. It's probably not eating food for fuel instead of for comfort. It's probably not going to bed when you want to scroll all night. It's probably not getting up early in the morning when you don't feel like it. It's probably eating whenever you feel like eating to comfort yourself, training super light in the gym, getting up in the morning and then going back to sleep about 5 minutes later, staying up all night, scrolling on your phone. Those are not the things that get you to your dream life. Because inside your dream life, all the things that you want are there. Your dream physique, your dream car, your dream career, your dream bank account, your dream relationship, it's all there in your dream life. So what do you have to do? You have to become the person that can actually get that dream life. You have to do the things that person would do so that you can actually have those things. Because the reason that you feel so uncomfortable right now, the reason that you hate your current position so much, is because that is not really you. That thought that you have in your mind, maybe it's every day, maybe it's only every once in a while. That thought that you have in your mind of your dream life, when you're walking around, you can just envision it. That is truly what you are meant to be. That is a person that you are meant to strive for every single day. And the reason it plagues you so hard is because you're constantly putting off striving for that thing. If you would just make one change today, you would just be that much closer to your dream life. Because just making one change today leads into another one, which leads into another one, which spirals into the person that you really need to become. But here's the thing. Let's just say that you really do want to become a lot better of a person. And not just, being kinder, but being a better person that can actually accomplish things. It's like, okay, well, you're going to have to do something that's extremely uncomfortable. It's going to be painful. You're not going to like it in the beginning. And you're probably not going to like it at random points throughout the journey. But what are the options? What are the options that you have? Because if we really, really think about it, okay, I want you to pay close attention here. You're living a life right now that you are not happy with. The things you are doing right now are not making you happy. They are causing pain. But you know that the pain to change is going to be excruciatingly painful. It's going to be almost unbearable. But it's not going to be as bad as the pain of staying the same. But no matter what, you're gonna have to feel some kind of pain. You're gonna have to feel something. And the point of life is not to just push yourself until the next day and try to get over the day. And what I mean by that is the point of life is not just try to get by. Try to figure out how you can survive the day and just do the bare minimum so that you can get by till the next day. The point of life is to push yourself as hard as possible so you can see what you can get out of today, what you can do with today, so that you're set up for tomorrow to actually have success the next day and the next day and so on. But if you don't do something about it, where is that going to get you? The only place that's going to get you is the exact position you're at right now. Doing absolutely nothing is only going to keep you where you are at. And if you're somebody who does not want to stay where you are at, then you do not have to. You don't have to continue living this cycle. You don't have to continue hating yourself. You don't have to continue feeling the way you're feeling. But you do have to make some kind of change. You do have to do something. And if this is your first time watching my videos, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Kieran Gambrell, and I'm an online fitness coach. What I do is I work with my clients one-on-one so that we can make sure that they achieve their dream life, so that they can achieve their dream physique, they can achieve that dream relationship. Whatever it is they want, my clients crush every single one of their goals. And if you want that to be you, all you have to do is start. All you have to do is start to be able to achieve every single one of your goals. We don't even have to work together. Everything you need to know is already online. It's already been posted. Got someone waving at me. Everything you need to know has already been posted. It's already out there. I have made countless videos on how to train, how to diet, how to do cycles, how to do this, how to do that, whatever it may be. Hell, I've made videos on how to do installs on parts on your car. And if I haven't done the video, it's out there. But it's like, what is stopping you from making the change? If the content is already out there, the lessons are already out there, they're going to allow you to finally achieve your dream life. What is stopping you from moving to the next level? If what's stopping you is just not understanding how to implement it, you can go to the link in the description of this video, and my Instagram's over there, and you can send me a DM. If you DM me the word aesthetic, we'll work it out, and we'll figure out how to get you to the next level. But besides that, what you're doing right now is not what is going to get you to where you want to be. And if you want to get to where you want to be, you have to start at square one, because you got to start somewhere. And if you've already in the past tried something and it doesn't work, that's fine, because you're never fully restarting back at zero, because you're always starting with a new experience. You're always starting with learning a little bit more and knowing how to move on a little bit faster. Okay? So you need to start with the most important thing. If you are not eating properly, you are not going to feel good. Your gut microbiome contains a neurochemical called serotonin. Serotonin is the chemical that is responsible for making you feel good, or your feeling of well-being. When you're eating all these oils like soybean oils, eating things like soy protein, eating all this fast food, McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Taco Bell, all the stuff that you know you really shouldn't be eating, what's happening is you're destroying your gut microbiome, which is wiping out your serotonin in your gut. Because 90% of the serotonin in your body is held in your gut, not in your brain. If you have an improper serotonin balance, you're not going to have the feeling of well-being, and you're going to feel awful. So even when you do your good habits, you're not going to get the maximum reward out of them that you normally would if you were actually on a clean diet. But just because you're on a clean diet does not mean that you're going to burn body fat. You still need to be in a caloric deficit if you actually want to burn body fat. And if you want to put on muscle, you need to be in a caloric surplus so that you can actually put on muscle. But the most important thing you need to start off with is, dude, start eating healthier. Put down the food. And the reason I say to start with this is because it's the one thing that you can change just like that. Because you have to eat today. You're gonna eat today. You might be eating as you're watching this video. You can put down the unhealthy food and go choose a better option. And if you really don't have time to cook your own meals and to meal prep, you can go and find a meal prep service and use that and save time and money. And now you're healthier. It's a win-win-win situation. And if you want to save a little bit more money and you're willing to spend the time, then go meal prep your food yourself. Go get yourself some 93.7 ground beef. Go get yourself some rice. Start making some beef and rice. It's an amazing meal whether you're on a bulk or cut. It's high in protein. You can adjust the amount of carbs based on how much rice you put in. It's going to fuel your mind. It's going to fuel your body. If you're on a cut, it's going to help you shred down. If you're on a bulk, you eat enough, it's going to help you bulk up. The second thing you need to do is you need to actually start training properly. Okay, if you're walking in the gym and doing like 3 workouts, that's great for if you've never worked out before. But if you've been working out for a while, you need to start to increase this training volume. You need to start lifting more. Because you have to stress that muscle so that it can actually grow when you're sleeping during your recovery time. Okay? If you're stopping your set right when it starts to burn, that's not going to do anything for you. When you feel the burn, that's when the breakdown is actually starting to happen. And then when you rest well at night, that's when the recovery's happening. So now that you've gotten your training down, you need to move over to your sleep. Stop eating right before you go to bed. And I know it might be difficult to sleep when you're hungry. But if you train your body and slowly push back your eating window, you're going to get a lot better recovery, a lot better rest if you don't eat before you're sleeping. Because when you're sleeping, you should not be digesting food. Because your heart rate goes up when you're digesting. If your heart rate goes up when you're sleeping, you're not sleeping in as deep of a sleep. Therefore, you're not going to get as much muscle recovery. You're not going to get as much gains. So your sleep is extremely important, okay? Try to get at least 7 hours of sleep a night. And it's so simple. There's so few things that you actually have to do in order to make the change in your life. But the basics are what you need to start with. The basics are the square one. If you don't implement the basics, you're never going to be able to do the extreme. Okay? You don't walk into school in first grade and ask the teacher, why am I learning basic math when you want to learn calculus? You have to learn basic math to learn calculus. Then you have to move up to algebra and geometry and whatever. I suck at math, but I still know this principle. You need to learn the basics in order to do the advanced shit. It just doesn't work the other way around. You don't start off by learning the most advanced thing possible. So if you've already been training for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever, make sure that you've got the basics down before you start pushing yourself on other areas. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't start learning new things, but that means that you need to start learning the basics better, and you need to really lock in on them. It is your time to finally win. You can make this change today. All you have to do is try. Because I know that you're not happy with your situation right now. And the only reason I know is because I was not happy with my situation when I was living that life. When I was living the life of doom scrolling all night before I went to bed and then sleeping in all day, showing up late for work, eating like shit, not going to the gym, my life was in a complete wreck. I completely hated myself. I got so low to the point where I tried to take my own life. And after that didn't work, I realized that I really have only one option. I have to change. I had to do something about it in order to live the life I wanted. Because I didn't want to die. I just wanted an out for my pain. I just wanted it to stop hurting. and have to realize that drowning myself in drugs is not the solution. The only thing I can do is constantly better myself every single day. So the only thing you can do is constantly better yourself every single day. And if you want someone to work with you so that you can implement things to your life, your busy schedule, so you can understand them for however your brain works, once again, the link is going to be in the description. It's also going to be in the comment section. Go click on my Instagram, DM me the word aesthetic, and let's get started and let's crush the shit.